And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a lot of news to go over today, a lot of different articles. Fundamental news. We're seeing a lot of movement in crypto all around the world. I don't even know where to start. I've got about 6 articles we can go over. You've got hyperscale data again in the news. Like this company, I'm telling you what, it's going to be like a freaking monster. This channel, Crypto Hulk Show, started telling you about hyperscale data, Seals Q, YSAT, before any other channels even knowing what's up. I have a member to the channel went into their JP Morgan financial advisor office. They have stocks and bonds and all these things. And the person was telling him, hey, I want to buy some more Seals Q and hyperscale data, stuff like that. Turns out one of you guys, I won't mention their name, but they went and talked to their financial advisor. And the advisor's like, oh, you're picking up hyperscale data. And, oh, you're picking up Seals Q, which is LAES. And the financial advisor's person's like, oh, so you know about that, huh? And the guy who watches my show is like, oh, yeah. The financial advisor guy was kind of shocked that the person who watches my show was putting a good chunk of change into the crypto, into the companies that we talk about on this program. That financial advisor is like, oh, don't you want to invest in this or that? And, and this person's like, I want to invest in Seals Q, hyperscale, YSAT, WiseKey, stuff like the stuff we talk about in the show. And the financial advisor is totally how do you know about all this? Now, I don't think the member was like, oh, I watched the Crypto Hulk Show. But then the person who's a member of my show asked that same financial advisor, what cryptos do you invest in? And he named off 5, and 3 of them were the same ones that the person watching my show invests in. So it's interesting how on my program, we're right on. We're right over the target. The cryptos that we talk about, the stocks that we talk about, the industry knows. They're all, I don't know. It's the biggest secret. It's truly amazing how they're keeping this the biggest secret. But, yeah, WiseKey, YSAT, Robbie, Bob, Bobby. All right. So you guys are on the right track. Like I said, right now, you're getting access to Crypto Hulk Show. This is a members and entry level $5 show. After the show ends, it'll go to the general public. If you have a question, feel free to ask in the comment section there. I'll try to get to it. My name is, hold on, what's Stu Lavelle talking about? Fart coin. Oh, I can only eat so much fermented cabbage. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to get away from that conversation there. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. Nothing on this show is financial advice. If you interpret anything as financial advice, it's from Zoltar. I have a toy. It's called Zoltar, and that's what gives me the financial advice from the show. Now, to assist in that, Me and Zoltar snort cocaine, inject heroin, do all kinds of mescaline, methamphetamines, PCP, angel dust, peyote. We take everything. We snort it, inject it, you name it. That's what you're getting on this program. A super high. You've heard of Superman? Well, I'm super high. So there you go. Now we got all that business taken away. Let's go with hyperscale. This stock right here is definitely one that you need to pay attention to. Stu Lavelle's like, I'm here for the jokes, but I must insist of decorum. No fart show. Oh my God. All right, I got to concentrate. Oh my God, these people. All right, back to business. I got to work. This is my job. I got to work. All right. If you don't have this stock, you better look at getting this stock. Hyperscale data. Now it's on the New York Stock Exchange. It's GPUS, George Paul Union Sam. It completed an order of 1,000 Bitmain anti-miner S21 plus units for its Michigan data center and expects installation to begin soon as October 13th, 2025. Installations will occur in 4 megawatt phases to limit disruption. The company plans a 20 megawatt upgrade totaling to about 5,000 S21 units at the Michigan facility. S21 plus units deliver 235 TH/S, roughly 135% processing speed increase. I'm going to skip some of these SJ, S19J, and all that. Hyperscale data will retain all mined Bitcoin on its balance sheet and continues open market purchases toward a $100 million Bitcoin treasury goal. The company replaces older units with the newer units that deliver up to approximately 135% higher processing speed. The stage approach limits operational disruption while increasing hash rate density at the Michigan facility. And if completed to the stated 20 megawatt, would bring the facility to roughly 5,000 new S21 plus units on site. The firm states it will retain all mined Bitcoin until they hit a $100 million treasury with Bitcoin. That is something else. Key dependents include the pace of Bitcoin mining yield after the S21 Plus rollout and the company's ability to fund additional open market purchases. Monitor quarterly disclosures of Bitcoin holdings, mining output, and any capital raises. Excuse me. This company here is going to have audits. This is a good thing if you're invested in this company. Their goal is to have $100 million in Bitcoin. And I'm just completely shocked about what I'm reading. if and when, I mean, I'm not a Bitcoin fan at all. I've been very clear about that. It's just these numbers are very mind-blowing. Let's say Bitcoin doubles or triples in price, and that's great. I'm not wishing any ill will on Bitcoin. I don't think it's worth anything personally. I'm trying to figure out, what do these people know that we don't know? Do you know? But if Bitcoin, I mean, they could have $500 million. Like, this company's out of Las Vegas. This hyperscale data company. Their optimization program, replacing a portion of the older. So they're replacing these older Bitcoin mining machines with newer ones. And their goal is to have $100 million worth of Bitcoin in their treasury. Now, we're seeing that a lot with businesses now. This is kind of like a thing that we're seeing. Businesses collecting crypto and putting it into their treasury. This is another reason I'm reading this article, not just because, number one, this hyperscale data company, there's something very, very interesting going on with this company. And you've got like alt, AULT, financial all mixed up with this. Like, there's something very, very big here. And, Alt is another company that a lot of you guys invest in. And they're tied in with this. I'm not a proof of work fan. I haven't studied it that much. I don't see I really don't understand what they're doing. I understand payments cryptos just fine that have real world use cases. I'm not a fan of store of value type cryptos that don't do anything. So I'm literally looking at this story. Now, a lot of these companies are having like Bitcoin treasuries or Ethereum. Here's another example. So here's why I went over. I'm trying to show you a trend that I'm seeing. And maybe with that trend, I might invest in some of these type of either cryptos or companies. That's why I'm going over this, because I'm seeing a trend. Here's another article. Another New York Stock Exchange company. This New York Stock Exchange listed food company aims to stack 1.2 billion in Bitcoin. So we just got done reading Hyperscale is trying to stack 100 million Bitcoin. Here is a food company trying to stack 1.2 billion. Are you seeing this trend now? I'm not saying I'm agreeing with any of this. I'm just showing you the news and showing you the facts of what's going on. Somehow, either these people are really, really fucking stupid, or these people know stuff that we don't know. I'm more inclined to say that people that have enough ability to accumulate 1.2 billion in Bitcoin, they got to know something. I'm not saying they're smart or whatever. They got to know something, or they see something that we don't see. That's why I'm exploring this, to try to learn. The New York Stock Exchange listed food company aims to stack 1.2 billion in Bitcoin. It's called DDC. Their shares went up 7% after announcing that it had raised an additional 124 million for Bitcoin purchases. This must be some kind of a food company if they're going to come up with $1 billion in Bitcoin. It's a Hong Kong-based digital food company. It's called DDC Enterprise. They told everybody they're going to buy 124 million in equity funding to buy more Bitcoin. New York Stock Exchange listed DDC, which was trading just below $9 per share, has risen 105% since the start of the year, according to Yahoo Finance. It plans to build a $10,000 Bitcoin treasury worth more than $1.2 billion. How is a food company coming out? I didn't know there's that much money in food. I guess there is. PAG, Pegasus Fund, and Mulana, not that Disney movie with Molina or Moana or whatever. This is Mulana, investment fund or investment management. So you got these two companies, PAG, Pegasus Fund, and the Mulana Investment Management. This financing round contributes not only capital, but also substantial strategic value and momentum as we advance DDC's position as a global leader in institutional Bitcoin space. See, this is what I'm telling you. Like, I'm not understanding how a food company is becoming like a global leader in holding on to Bitcoin. This is not making any kind of sense to me whatsoever. We are proud to welcome Pegasus PAG Fund, OKG, and Mulana as strategic partners and shareholders, representing some of the most admired names in global finance and digital assets. Their investment is a strong endorsement of our vision and the growing importance of Bitcoin treasuries. DDC Enterprises, or Day Cook, so that's what DDC stands for, Day Cook, is a digital platform that shares Asian recipes and cooking tutorials. Are you serious? This business pivoted to Bitcoin accumulation amid a lengthy slump in its stock price that dipped below $2 earlier this year. DDC, Day Cook. So this thing is it's a website that has Asian food recipes and cooking. I'm just not understanding. See what I'm saying? Like, I had to put these articles out. You've got Hyperscale Data, who's buying the 5,000 of these Bitcoin mining machines, and they're trying to have 100 million in Bitcoin, which doesn't do anything. You have Day Cook. So it's a website that makes cooking videos. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, this shit doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I'm trying to understand this. Like, it's okay if I don't know everything in the world. I know very little, but I'm trying to wrap my brain around what the fuck is going on. Day Cook, seriously? This company, what I want to show you is you have a company called Day Cook that used to be worth $2 a share, and now it's at like $9. All they did is buy Bitcoin. Are you seeing this? Like, this is very, very interesting. This company, by buying Bitcoin, just 4x'd its stock. Now, it's kind of sounding like it's a MicroStrategy type deal. That's what I was going to say. Let's keep reading through this article here. But crypto data provider CoinGecko shows that the biggest digital asset by market cap was unmoved over a 24-hour period after hitting highs of 126,000. That's Bitcoin. DDC is among a slew of firms that in recent months have added a crypto treasury strategy. So this is very interesting. It says they have followed the lead of software firm Strategy, formerly MicroStrategy, which now focuses on buying the cryptocurrency and allowing investors to get exposure to it via its shares. So this is very, very different than what we're seeing here is cryptocurrency, and it's not just going to be Bitcoin. Another company, look at the bottom of this article here. You have a business called QMMM Holdings, and its stock, listen to this, went up 2,000% because they started adding Bitcoin. I want you to see this trend. Now, it always starts with Bitcoin and it ends up with either an Ethereum, Solana, something else, and then it goes to the altcoins. Okay, I'm just showing you how it works. We've got two companies now, and I'm just showing, just in this article alone, two companies. One of them stock went up 2,000%. The SEC had to shut it down. This QMMM company bought Bitcoin, added it to its treasury. Their stock goes up 2,000%. Oh, shit. Now, I'm trying to show you a trend here. It might be something you want to look into. I can't tell you to invest in. What trend are we seeing, Crypto Hulk? What you should be looking at now. Here's why we watch Crypto Hulk show. What you should look at are companies that are announcing that they're going to add, the more Bitcoin, the better. Watch their stock prices jump like crazy. Watch companies that are going to make an announcement that they're going to put 100 million in their Bitcoin treasury, something like a good chunk of change. Okay. You should watch for companies. Here's your stock investing tip of the day, but don't do it. Don't do it. But watch for companies that are stocks that are going to invest heavily into a Bitcoin treasury because their stock price is going to go. There's your stock tip for the day. That's why I'm reading. I just read off two companies, three of them actually we talked about in here, the QMM, the Day Cook or whatever, GPUS. And I'm sure if I start looking at others, it's going to happen over and over and over. If you're somebody that invests in stocks, you can still make money off crypto. I'm showing you how. Find the companies. You can do your little searches. Find companies that are announcing Bitcoin treasuries. They're going to go up. Okay, I've just shown you two articles where it's happening already. So this isn't rocket science. Find companies that are going to put a big portion into a Bitcoin treasury. There you go. Okay. That's why I'm reading off these fucking articles. Some of you are like, Crypto Hulk, why are you reading off Bitcoin mining? Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. This channel is about trying to make money. Now, you don't have to make money. That's fine. You can just sit around and not make money. And that's okay. For those of you that do want to make money, that's one angle you could do. Find these companies that are saying, we're going to put, now the bigger the better. The SEC is watching this because this is happening. Companies are saying they're going to buy Bitcoin and the prices of their stock skyrockets. That one went up 2,000%. I'm like, whoa. What's his comment here? A lot of failing companies announce they are buying Bitcoin because they want to save their company, but I bought some of that you mentioned. Yeah. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I'm seeing in the news. My job is to show you the news. Now, whether you want to do something, go out and make money on it, that's up to you. I don't give a shit what you do. My job is to show you what's hot and what's not. But what I'm seeing is hot right now. It may not be hot next week or whatever. But I'm seeing over and over, and I have to report it to you because it deals with crypto. Some of you might want to get in on that bandwagon. Some of you might not want to. I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care. Yeah, I gave the disclaimer, Stu, about me and my little sidekick toy here, Zoltar, snorting coke and heroin. I already gave the drugged disclaimer. It was an inglorious bastard disclaimer. So I know some of you guys, some of you guys out there are stock kind of guys, and you got millions of stocks. But this is something you might want to look into. Do a little search and find out what companies are announcing this, and maybe get in on some. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not personally. I don't get mixed up in certain things. Remember, you could have got rich off Pepe if you get in the right times at things. You don't even have to like Pepe to make $1 million off it. So these other little coins or businesses, you don't have to like things to make money. So Zoltar brings the fire. Today, GPUS added. Okay, let's go. So I read off that one. Let's look. So here we got hyperscale in the news again. I'm going to hold off on that article. It's kind of like what we just did. Yeah, it's kind of like the same article. It says here, hyperscale's data Bitcoin holdings increased 312% as the company advances toward full Bitcoin pairing with market capitalization as digital asset treasury allocation climbs to 41 million. So they're going crazy with Bitcoin, kind of like Michael Saylor. Let's click out of that. Okay, here's another article. Like, I'm showing you the trends that I'm seeing. I'm not purposely trying to show you certain articles. I'm just seeing these articles pop up, and this is a trend that's we're seeing crypto moving in to the financial market right here. I'm trying to show you it's happening as we speak. Reliance Global, but 1.2 billion worth of XRP Hulk, 4 billion to be taken out of liquidity. See, this is what I'm saying. Robert Robbie, Bob Bobby. What we're seeing here is like what Robert Driscoll's saying. I'm just showing you the trends, okay? It's coming. This will be now like our third or fourth article showing how companies that aren't even like a cooking video company, like I'm trying to show you the trend. Businesses around the world are now accumulating crypto, I'll use a generic term. These businesses around the world that are not crypto companies. I'm trying to make this distinction very clear. A cooking video company that does tutorials and shit is trying to have like $1 billion in crypto. Are you seeing this? Hyperscale data. They're trying to mine and have 100 million in Bitcoin in their treasury. You see what's happening? They're starting to switch out of money. They're switching out of money and putting in a replacement. Now, what I believe is this is not sustainable for governments. I think we're going to start with Bitcoin. It'll move to Ethereum, Solana, and the other proof of work shit things, and then it'll go to the other cryptos. But here's the problem. Do you think governments are going to allow companies to ditch cash and to load up on Bitcoin? No. This is not sustainable. I'm just showing you. Can you make money off this? Yes, you can. Is Crypto Hulk showing it? Yes, he is. Because this is an educational channel. Now, what you do with my information, that's up to you. Whether you pumped up, you buy something, I don't fucking care. That's not my job is to show you evidence of what is going on in the financial and the stock world with crypto. This is it right here. I want you to see what's happening. Business, and it's starting. It's starting to take off. I want you to see something. Businesses are starting to stockpile Bitcoin, crypto, and they're starting to ditch cash. So this is a good sign if you're long crypto, if you hope crypto one day will take off. Chuck McCabe, thank you very much. Chuck Charlie Charles, GPUS, own that shit. Hulk, thanks, you're going to make us rich. And then he says, dumb shits, shut up. Look, my channel, I just show you what's going on. I dig deep. I find facts. I show you trends that you can make your friends, okay? Do I like Bitcoin? No, not at all. Could I get rich off Bitcoin? Absolutely. Do I have to like something to get rich? No, I don't. A lot of times in life, we have to do things we don't like to get where we want to go. And sometimes we can do things that we like to get to where we want to go, okay? I'm showing you this right here. Let's look at this next example right here. There's a fintech company, and it jumps 15% in value. Why? Because they're buying these INJ tokens. You have something called Pineapple Financial. Said it will stake all the staked ING tokens. Let's read what's happening here, and let's see if it's... Are we seeing a trend, Crypto Hulk? And I think you've already answered that question by asking that question. Pineapple Financial, New York Stock Exchange, if you want to buy it, it's PAPL. A Toronto-based fintech company announced the commencement of a $100 million injective digital asset treasury. I want you to see what's going on, people. Crypto is moving up fast. We are at the beginning of the end of the old days with crypto. We're moving to a new frontier. A DAT company, D-A-T, refers to a public firm that, listen to what we got going on. I want you to see the trend. I want you to make it your friend. A DAT, D-A-T company refers to a public company like this, like these all are that we've been talking about, a public company that holds a significant quantity of crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum on their balance sheet. Everybody, this is a trend right now. I'm showing you. You can make a lot of money off this in stocks. You don't have to invest the cook day. You can make a lot of money. You could have 4x'd your money on a cooking company that makes videos, but they bought Bitcoin. This company is not even fintech. It's making cooking videos. And they're going to have $1 billion in Bitcoin. I want you to see what's going on. This is a trend. I'm showing you this so you can go out, maybe find a company that's going to announce. Maybe they haven't done it yet, and they're going to announce they're going to have crypto. Get into that company, maybe. That's what you do. It could be anything. It could be Goodyear. Goodyear Tire Company. Who I don't. Could be Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe Dunkin' Donuts says we're going to put $1 billion into Bitcoin. Oh, shit. What do you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? You could probably do a Bitcoin futures where you put money on it, says Bitcoin's going to hit $200,000 and whatever next year or something, you know. Maybe you don't want to invest in any of these companies. Maybe you think the price of Bitcoin is going to double. Maybe you contact your broker, wherever that is. Maybe you go to one of these Grayscale or JP Morgan or BlackRock Investments. Say, hey, I don't want to invest in any of your funds, but I want to invest in some kind of future where if Bitcoin a year from now hits $200,000 or whatever, I want to double my money. I don't know anything about stock trading. Well, I'm not a financial advisor. So that's what I would do. You've got a DAT company, and it's a company that holds a significant amount of Bitcoin or crypto on its balance sheet. Pineapple announced acquiring 678,000 INJ tokens worth approximately $8.9 million. The fintech firm plans to become the largest holder and staker of INJ. Why? Because they're noticing that it returns 12.75%. Are you seeing this? Oh, damn crypto. I'm telling you what's going to happen. You're seeing it right now. I'm showing you the trend. This INJ token is returning at 12.75%. It's twice that of Ethereum. So I think Ethereum's only giving you back 6%. The goal is to transform the crypto treasury into a yield-generating asset. We're seeing it right here, everybody. It's starting right here. Today's show, I'm showing you what the trend is in business. Some of these businesses have nothing to do with crypto and Bitcoin. They're buying it to make money. They may not understand it, but they understand they're going to make 12% on their $8 million. What is that? About $1 million a year. You know what they might do? Turn that 8 million into 16 million. Maybe they're like, fuck it. We put in 8 million and we're making $1 million a year. Oh shit. Put in another 8 or 16 million dollars. Let's make $3 million a year. Doing nothing. They don't have to build buildings. They don't have to pay people. You just put in 8 million and you get $1 million back. Fuck, dude. That's like genius. No more workers' comp claims. You don't have to have a human resource department. Sounds kind of like a YT platform. You can make all this money and you don't have to do anything. It's brilliant. Are you seeing this? This is why it's going to take off, you guys. I'm showing you right now. Keep an eye on companies that announce They're going to have crypto treasuries. I'm showing you the trends right now. Make money off it if you want, or just sit there and watch it all happen. These companies are putting in $1 billion, not because they're stupid, because they're probably going to make $2 to $3 billion a year off of it. That is so brilliant. Imagine, I know a guy that started a car wash. It cost him $1 million to invest in his car wash. And all the expense that you got to have. Isn't it just cheaper to buy, like, I mean, I'm not saying it, but isn't it cheaper just to buy like $1 million worth of crypto? And then when it goes up, I mean, shit, we're making, look, they're talking about making 12% a year on that Bitcoin. Now, on Crypto Hulk Show, we're making 25 to 35% each trade. Like over the past, my crypto that I have, that I actually, on my phone, it's probably gone up 25x. So when I started like 6 months ago, like showing you guys different cryptos, I think I've 25x my original amount that I put in. These people are talking about making 12%. I've made on our little investment things, maybe I'm not telling you how much I initially put in, but I'm probably at a good 25x. So let's say if I put in 1,000, I got 25,000 on my phone. Now, I don't know, let's say maybe 20x. That would be more fair, 20x. But I'm just like, damn. So this, now I don't agree with putting into Bitcoin. That's ridiculous. If I had $8 million, like I feel like contacting that Pineapple Express company. I know that's not their name, Pineapple Express. That's a movie, but I just like saying it. I almost feel like contacting the Pineapple Express and be like, hey, 12%, really? Because on my channel, we make like sometimes 25, 35% a trade. And we've only had, in some of the trades, when the crypto market booms again, we'll be at 10x, 20x per trade. So Mr. OG says, I want to plume it. I want to plume it. So, okay. Based on the proof of stake consensus, INJ crypto has a market cap of about 1.3 billion. As far as proof of stake are concerned, users stake or lock up their coins to verify and add blocks to the blockchain network. In return for the successful addition of blocks, they earn rewards on their staked coins. The initial injective investment underscores our conviction in the strength of the INJ token's future and our ambition to create the world's largest and most productive INJ treasury platform, said Pineapple Financial. Shubhna Dasgupta is his name. Shubhna Dasgupta. Injective Labs co-founder Eric Chen said, by aligning its core business with Injective's infrastructure, Pineapple is helping accelerate the adoption of on-chain finance while reinforcing Injective's role as a leading blockchain purpose-built for financial applications. So there you have it. The stock jumped 15% following the crypto announcement. You know what's funny is Crypto Hulk talked about a crypto about 5 days ago. Rise, R-I-Z-E, like 5 days ago. And then yesterday, that shit was up like 50%. So I sold half Got all my money back that I put. We're making gains on this channel. These people are talking about a company's stock went up 15%. And it's, of course, it'll go back down because everybody buys the news. But I see these percentages. I'm like, that's it? Like 12% a year? These people are making 12% a year. You guys, all you guys are laughing. Some of you guys that get in on the pump dumps, you make 2 to 3 times that just with one trade on this show. Like the Rise crypto, when I sold off half of mine, it was at 50%. That took like 4 or 5 days. This pineapple company or whatever, they're talking about trying to make 12% a year. Like, man, I'm trying to make that like daily, right? I don't know. It's just weird now it's not going to always be like this. The gravy train's going to end when government regulations come in. We're not going to be able to do what we do in the show. It's going to be over. Just letting you know. Get in on it while the getting's good. Okay. But let's go with the next. Okay, we are done with articles that are showing just regular businesses buying Bitcoin and putting them in a treasury. This is a trend. I saw this last night. I'm looking through the news and I'm like, why are, I'd save it to my email. What I do is I go through news articles. If they sound interesting, I'll send them to my email. And then after I got 15 articles in my email, then I go back and I look through and I'm looking at trends and what's going on. And I had like 3 or 4 of these articles in there about businesses buying crypto to put in their treasury. I'm like, shit, this is like a trend that I'm seeing, right? So I'm simply showing you. And what we want to do is try to profit off of news and get ahead of it. So I showed you these articles, these 3 articles on purpose, so that if some of you want to be like, you know what, I think I want to invest in some of these companies that are buying crypto. There you go. This is also, I got guys out there that watch the show that like my perspective and my research and how I find trends. So what they're going to do is, some of these guys are millionaires, is they're going to go out now and go look for companies that make announcements. They're switching to a crypto treasury, or maybe a third or a quarter of their treasury is going to be crypto, something kind of like that. Those are the companies that they're going to probably invest in. So I got different people on the show. Some people just strictly pump dump. Some people buy the cryptos that I say and never sell them. One guy, more than one, but I got one time a person that might buy $100 and just never sell it until they moon. Some people are short-term holders, maybe 3 to 6 months. Some people don't even buy crypto at all. They just watch my show for the news, the crypto news involved with banking and this and that. And then they go look for real companies that are involved or doing something with crypto. And they like GPUS, like WiseKey, WiseSat, SealsQ. These are companies that are doing real things utilizing crypto. So it's not an actual crypto company like Ripple or Stellar or something like that. They're real companies, but they use crypto to perform a function in their real world business. So different people watch the channel for different things. So, all right. This next one, we got 10 minutes. Okay. Here's an article here. I want you to see something. Let me show the article first. former FIS CIO, CEO. His name is Bisignano, guy name with the last name of Bisignano, will add the IRS CEO to Social Security duties. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent appointed Social Security Administration Commissioner Frank Bisignano to serve an additional role, the newly created position of CEO of the IRS. So you got a guy who's running Social Security, now he's going to run the IRS. Bisignano will continue to serve as commissioner of the SSA, Social Security Administration, in his role as CEO of the IRS. Now that's an interesting, he's going to do two jobs at once. Or his new role. I think they're going to try to merge the two. That's what I was kind of. Bisignano will report to Bessent, who is also acting commissioner of the IRS. So the Bessent guy, let's look at this, because this is, we're seeing a lot of change up in the government here. At the IRS, Bisignano will manage the organization and oversee its day-to-day operations. Bessent said in the release that the IRS and the SSA, which is the Social Security Administration, have several goals in common when it comes to technology. Oh, like crypto? See what's going on? They got to do it because crypto. That when it comes to technology and customer service, he highlighted Bisignano's experience in driving growth and efficiency in the private and now public sector. Now let's look. I want to see where these guys worked before this. Now, before joining, so the guy at Social Security, his name is Bisignano. Before joining Social Security, Bisignano served as chairman and CEO of Fiserv. Now, why is that interesting? Well, because somebody from Fiserv was at Ripple from day one. I've been showing you this for about 3 years now. Let's look at Ripple Labs, meet the team. Right, here's a video I made. Go to the 19-second mark. 19-second mark. What do we got at the top left corner? Ripple Labs. It says, meet the team. Look who's right there, Fiserv. Day one. This is like the first year Ripple hit the streets. You got somebody from Fiserv right there. Goldman Sachs, Microsoft, Google, NASA, the Space Administration, the New York Federal Reserve. Somebody was there from the Federal Reserve, and the National, and I can't say security, and I can't say agency. All these people are at a startup. Oh, and by the way, at Ripple, you had David Schwartz, Evan Schwartz, Rebecca Schwartz, the three Schwartzes working. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence. At a little tiny startup company, you got three people with the same last name. Just a coincidence. Okay. There's that. Now, what's also interesting, I want to show you something, and this is a total coincidence, of course. When Trump gets elected, so Trump's appointing this guy from Pfizer. We just saw Pfizer was there day one with Ripple. Now, look at this right here. What to know about Fiserv Forum, one of the venues for Milwaukee's Republican National Convention. This article was originally made July 8th, 2024. They updated it about a couple months ago. I don't know why. Right here, you have an article. In the United States, we had elections with Donald Trump, and of course, obviously, won. Where did Donald Trump? Where do the Republicans have their convention at? Fiserv Stadium. Coincidence? Trump is now putting a guy that used to work at Fiserv in charge of his government department, the IRS. Are we seeing this? Where do the Republicans have their national convention at? Fiserv Forum. Who's Trump putting in charge of that agency? Fiserv guy, a guy that used to work at Fiserv. Ripple partner, Fiserv. And the article's talking about technology. Very interesting, all these coincidences, huh? Before joining Social Security, he worked at Fiserv. So he's talking about digital first. I want you to see what's going on. All this shit's not a coincidence, everybody. This is all about technology. Fiserv holds the Republican National Convention. When Trump gets elected, he takes a guy, the Frank Bisogno, he takes him out of Fiserv, puts him into Social Security. After he does that, he puts him into the IRS. We already looked at Ripple Labs, Meet the Team. Fiserv was there, right? Okay, now let's read this last article. This last paragraph. It was reported in June that Bisogno said he was working to make the Social Security Administration a, quote, digital-first organization. Oh, my God, Crypto Hulk, you're right. He said that by using more technology, like the kind they have at Fiserv, that Ripple partner Fiserv has, by using that kind of technology, by using more technology and AI to power SS Social Security customer service. Oh, that means you're going to run on a crypto system. So the same kind of crypto system that Fiserv has, which is the Ripple Ledger. Are we seeing this now? It's all happening, everybody, right in front of everybody, and they don't even see it. These other channels don't even see it. But you guys do, because you know about Ripple Labs, Meet the Team, and Fiserv. You know about Fiserv Stadium held the Republican National Convention. Once Trump won, he brought the guy over from Fiserv. Then they're talking about using digitization. What's the word? The digital first organization. He wanted to make Social Security and the IRS crypto organization. Let's just call it what it is, a crypto organization. He said that by using more technology and AI to power Social Security customer service, the agency would enable people to do simple tasks without human interaction, thereby freeing up agency resources for other activities. Oh. So there you have it. Fiserv. All that stuff is related. Let's see. Let me check the comments real quick, and we are done. Weekend. So Weekend, a couple days ago, had a major price dump of maybe 15% or 20, maybe 23%. I bought the dip, and I bought a lot of it. Well, yeah, with Weekend, I'm not going to tell you how many coins I got, but Yeah, a lot. Now, when I see weekend up 30, 40% possibly, then I'm selling off maybe 30, 40% of my week. I bought enough weekend. It was on a major dip of negative, like negative 23%, or it had a price dip of negative 25%. So it was like 3 days ago. I saw that. I'm like, oh shit, weekends down 23%. Whoop. I think I dumped like $300 in it or something like that. And then I just wait for it to go back up 30%, then sell off $300 to $400. Then I make a lot. So okay. Thank you, Hulk. Love your show. Knuckle Dragger. Appreciate you, Hulk. Then we got Create Yo. Hey, can you check out those two cryptos when you get time? Smart MF, so MFG, and then the Chintai. MFG. I might be able to do that. I think we went over Chintai before, like months ago. Let me take a look. Here. MFG. Which is CHEX. I might. We'll see. Let's see what we got here today. Sometimes went over Chintai. Any thoughts on FTMX? I might look that up. Oh, there is a fintech network that is going to start soon. It's massive. I'm not telling you what it is. I might have found the coin before it hits the exchanges. So this particular coin is tied in with the top banks in the world. I don't know if this is legitimate. I got to investigate it today. In a couple hours, I'll start. This crypto, I'm prepared to go in real deep on. If it's legit, which I don't know if it is, I don't want to say nothing about it now. It might be a fake or scam. The person who bought it assured me, oh, everything's on the up and up. And Stu Lavelle, hey, Hulk, it's a future gaming entry, but you can check it out. Meta Hero. Okay, I'll look into that one. Oh, the tire. So here's the latest with the tire. This is a trip, okay? So I went to Les Schwab. I know I saw a nail in there. The tip on that nail was like my pinky. It was probably half an inch in width. Yeah, it was silver, half an inch in width. It looked like more like a construction type of a nail. Now, I don't know if the tip of that thing came. That's probably what it was. I saw a nail in there, and they said they couldn't find it. They took the tire off. All 4 of my tires actually. Les Schwab. It didn't cost me anything at all. That's amazing. So I'm putting it out there for Les Schwab. I've done it before. I've gone into Les Schwab. They've fixed the flat for free. So but there was nothing in. They took all 4 tires off, ran them through this bucket thing to look, see if there's any leaks. Now, if the top of the nail, the nail thing popped off, it still could mean that the stem, that nail is in the tire. They just didn't, because just didn't see it. So that's probably what it was. The tip of the nail popped off. That's why you didn't see a nail in there. So anyhow, I don't know. I'll just be driving on the freeway one day and get a flat tire. Not a big deal. So, yeah, it just cost me an Uber going from the shop back to the house and back to the shop again. And so it was around $30. And Les Schwab didn't charge me, so I got lucky. All right, I'll look up those cryptos you guys were telling me about. So, yeah, this one crypto, I'm going to end the show here. I will. This one crypto, I'm going to find out today if it's the real deal. If it, in fact, is real, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy the fuck out of it. Let me make that more specific. And then I'm going to tell you about it. And then you're probably going to buy the fuck out of it. And then this crypto will get released to the entire world because this is on a private sale. This is somebody that has it. And before it hits the exchanges, it's a limited time deal. So I got to get this thing. I got to verify. I got some friends in low places where the whiskey is cold and the beer chases my blues away. So I'm going to check this crypto out. I'm going to give it to my forensic friend, and he's going to look at it and determine if this thing is real. Because when it hits the exchanges, the price will be at least double than what you're paying for it. So let me find out if this thing's a real deal, and I'll tell you guys where you can get it. All right, that'll be it. I'll see y'all in the next broadcast.